Hello WGT players, Clint here again in another video. I made this one, or making this one, haha, because of a comment that I had on the very first video I ever made for WGT. I think it was called like Beginnings for Beginners or something like that. Mainly talking about apparel. But basically they were saying that other than what they show you at the very beginning when you first play, they show you, how to, swing your meter or stuff like that. They really didn't understand anything else. They're having trouble, just even hitting the ball and everything. So I thought I would make another video, I guess part two of that very first one I made a few years ago, and pretty much show not everything, but something that a brand new player, uh, or maybe even a veteran player, some things they might not know, but maybe a brand new player wouldn't know and will help them with the process of getting to learn the game. So while here on the main screen here, and I will say that I do play on a computer. I play on an iMac. So whenever I talk about, click and drag, on a cell phone or an iPad, I guess it would be like touch and drag, with your finger. But this is on a computer. I know the cell phone version, I think they updated it to where it looks a little bit more like the computer version, but I'm not 100% sure. But this ought to give you basic, information general for even a cell phone or an iPad. It's just if I say click and drag for a computer would be, I guess, touch screen and drag for an iPad or a cell phone. And this is the main screen here, home screen, whatever you want to call it. I'll start at the top here. You got, this is fairly new that they started with. It's the daily and weekly rewards. When you click on that, it'll take you to the daily bonus is where you're at right here. You got the side menu, but this is the daily bonus. And you've got 5 daily bonuses and 2 weekly, tasks. Tasks here, you can get stars. And for every one you get 5 stars for the daily and 15 for the weeklies. And I got a couple here I was wanting to show you. Once you've hit that task, then you'll be able to collect your 5 stars or 15 stars. So just click on that and it'll throw your stars up there. And when you get to the next level, which I'm fixing to do, I'll get 5 free credits. And then that'll change to 60. And it'll tell you what my next reward will be when I hit 60. You throw your 5 credits there, continue. And then now 60 stars, I'll get 1 gold apparel pack. And then the ones you've done are down here at the bottom. And then you've got, of course, your inbox if you have any messages from WGT. Your goals that I just showed you, because I said daily bonus. Those are goals. Sorry. Achievements, basically the same thing. There's a lot of achievements here as you get different things, credits, experience points, apparel boxes, things like that. There's a lot of achievements. It works the same way as the goals do. Once you've done it, there'll be where you can click on here to collect. And then you've got your daily bonus where every day, if you can play every day after day after day after day, you'll get extra experience points for the first game you play each day. And every day it goes up. Of course, I'm going on 1,219 days straight since I started playing. And I'll get on my first game of the next day, which starts at 7 p.m. Central Time for me. I'll get 4,537 experience points the next first game of the day I play. And it's always good to use your free pass on your first game of each day. That way you'll get more experience points for your country club that you're in. And the next one is your daily spin. You get a spin every day. And I've got one, you got the red dot next to it. You just click on the little ball right here, and it'll like it'll spin for you, and you get credits. I mean coins. I'm sorry, you get coins. Of course, I got so many coins, I don't get many, but you get up to I think 50,000 coins, and as low as 25. And you get daily spins. You get just different things you get on here. And then scratcher is it's like a lottery scratcher or something, And redeem code, I've never had a code, so can't really tell you much on that. I guess that's a promotional code. You'll do it there. But that's all on either clicking up here, and the daily bonus down here takes us to the same spot. It takes you right to the daily bonus, but you get the same side menu over here. And and you click over here, or you click there to get back to the main menu. And over here, of course, you got how many passes you've got, how many coins you have, and how many credits you have, and then what level you're on. And then right here, click on that. It's sort of like your profile. It'll take you right to what equipment you've got. You can tells you what tier you're on, how many experience points you have, and how many experience points you need to get to the next level, what level you're on, your score average, and of course, if you're in a country club, tells you what country club you're in, and of course, like I said, your equipment. Now you can view your specs on each one here, like your ball. You can see what your specs on your ball, your irons, and so on, all the way down. And of course, your apparel. I talked a lot about this on that first video, WGT beginnings for beginners. So I won't go in much into that because that's on that video. Your stats tells you all your stats for your scoring and your driving. I got your longest drive, driving average, stuff like that. Your approach, putting, got your longest putt, putting average, stuff like that. And tournaments, how much you've earned, how many you've entered, that's all your stats there. And your score history will tell you the history of your past scored playing, not practice mode, and not head-to-head games, but your score. And it goes down to, it looks like about a week. This is what is the date today? It's the 20th. So about 10 days. They'll tell you what your scores are and what you played. And any awards you've gotten for I used to do the showdowns. So your reward history there. And you can also edit your avatar, sell your clubs, or edit your equipment, or edit your apparel down here. And it's all the same on any one of them. See there, it's all the same there, but at the bottom you can edit your avatar. You can sell any clubs you're not going to use. Well, let me see here. It says right here how much you can sell them for. Of course, if you have them equipped, you can't sell them. There's some clubs you can't sell. And if you want to edit your equipment, change your balls or clubs or whatever, do it there. And the same thing to edit your apparel. Once again, I talked about that on that first video I did, beginnings for beginners. Okay. Take you back to the main. Down here on the middle here, of course, we got a showdown going on. Of course, if you, it says not eligible because I didn't enter it, and it's already too late for me to enter. But when there's a showdown about once a month, there'll be a countdown clock right here, or when it starts. And then once it does start, if you want to enter it, you have to enter it in the first round, because after the first round's over, you're no longer eligible. And there's always a WGT main tournament in the middle here. This is the monthly main WGT tournament. And also, if you click out of that, it'll show a couple more you can go into. And you got the featured and the limited times. On this here, you can look. See here, for things that I'm not okay. I'm not eligible. Some of us say not eligible for whatever reason. It might be that it's a bracket game and it's already filled or whatever, but or maybe your tier is not high enough yet. But if it says not eligible, of course you can't play in it. But and it'll tell you right here if it's a free or if it's not. Let me find one that's not free. They're all free. Oh, it's in here. This costs 5 credits. And it gives you the overview. Ends on October 2nd. Costs 5 credits. That's the total purse. And it's 1 round, 18 holes. You can go to details. It tells you a little bit more of what course, when it ends, what type it is, what type of wind, what type of green. It's a single play, which means you can just play it once. And, of course, medium pins, even lies. There's no cut lines. There's only 1 round. But that gives you a little bit more detail, and it tells you the prizes of who gets what. And it gives you a little bit of a leaderboard on this side, or you can go to the full leaderboard, which isn't really full. It just goes to a certain point. It gives you the all the way down to 95th there. But you just click right here to enter the tournament, and you'll enter it. And you got ready to go tournaments, brackets, and if you're in the country club, your country club tournaments. And if you have any tournaments, then of course it's right there. But this is for your tournaments. And you've got game modes. And game modes is where you can play either multiplayer or single player, or the showdown if there's a showdown. Now, multiplayer, you got 2 options. You can either start a game, got head-to-head, match play, short play, alternate shot, and then skins, and then just little top golf games you can play. But if you want to play, if you want to start a game yourself, say you want to do a stroke play, click on that and create game. And you can do random course, or you can choose what course you want. Now, this is a little different on cell phones and iPads, but it's pretty much the same. You can figure it out. Just click on which one you want. Do congressional, want practice mode or scored mode. Got the 2 options there. You want the front 9, or the back 9, or all 18. And what minimum player you want to be in. Hacked all the way up to tour champion. Your shot clock, your timeouts, and if you want your apparel on or off. Okay. And then once you create it, you can either invite somebody on your friend list, or if you want anybody, then just click on anybody. And then you can have up to a total of 4 players. You'll click anybody, and if you want all 4, click anybody, then you'll have this pop up down here. You'll click in, or anyone, not anybody. And then you'll click on here, anyone, and then you'll be able to click on here, anyone. And then once everybody's here, and it'll say ready, and it'll have a big red X right here next to their name. And this tee off will ungray, and you'll be able to click tee off, and you'll start. And you want to double check, make sure everything's right. You can check over here. I got congressional, scored, front 9, 60-second shot timer, 2 timeouts, the pearls on. So you can double check on this side here. And you can type messages over here if you want. And then when you're in a game, you can also type a message and talk to your other players too. You'll have a little box up here you'll click. And you'll click on that, and you'll have this come up on the bottom of the screen. And you can type, and then you can send. But that's if you want to create a game. Now, if you want to play in a game, and let's see, you'll click on join a game, okay? And then you can either just choose any course, and just click find a game. Or if you want to, the more specific you get, the longer time you might have to wait for a game to be open. So whenever I used to do this, I just go to any course, any, all the way down, and just click find a game, and just wait until you get put into a game. But if you want to be specific, okay, I want to play Wolf Creek, score mode. I want to do the front nine. I want a 90-second timer for 7 timeouts with my apparel on. Okay, that's about as specific as you can get. You click find a game, it might take you a little while because somebody has to have those same exact settings making a game for you to be able to get into it. That's why I always just hit any course and just change everything. Well, I want to be in scored, but change any, and any. And whenever you click on find a game, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to get into a game. But when you click find game, as soon as you get put into a game, it'll tell you what type of game it is. And just look at it real quick. If you don't like it, just click on the X that would be over here, like I did on the, let me see, let me go to a different one. I have to create a game. So I can talk about the red X over here. Then if you don't like the conditions, just next to your name, just click on that X. It'll knock you out of the game. If you don't like the shot timer too short or whatever. But that's how you will either join a game or create a game. It is right down here. Whoops, cancel out. And then play now takes you to the head-to-head games. And once again, this is what I talked about on that first video, so I won't get too much in detail on it. But, and also if there's a showdown. But a showdown is basically a head-to-head game, but you're not really playing against the person you're playing against. You're playing against everybody that's in the showdown score-wise. Okay, but the play now takes you to the head-to-head game. And at the bottom here, you got free credits. Oh, and also if you want to purchase credits, you can click up here on that, and it'll take you to the website to be able to purchase credits. And if you want to try for free credits, click on that, and that'll take you to WGT.com website to get free credits. And you have Pro Shop where you can purchase anything, clubs, balls, apparel, other, right? And you got you get purchase a pass if you want. You get subscriptions, your enhancements. Now I want you on this in your Shop Pal and your Putter Pal. If you're not in the country club, and I'll get into this a little more detail a little bit later, you will not have a Shop Pal or a Putter Pal if you're not in a country club. You'll have to purchase one, which is 10 credits. And if you purchase one, you're only allowed a certain amount of hits where you got to buy another one. If you're in a country club, your Shop Pal and Putter Pal never goes away. Okay? So a good thing is to be in a country club. That way you don't have to purchase your Shop Pal or your Putter Pal. But that's in your enhancements under other. And you got your clubs. You can go, drivers, woods, irons, your balls. Different types of balls. You click on it, and it will tell you, the specs on it. It's not on anything. Clubs, click on it, gives you the specs. Click purchase now if you want to purchase it, or you can rent it to try it out. And of course, you got your apparel. You can buy, apparel boxes, or you can buy just apparel. But that's all in the Pro Shop. And then country clubs. Of course, it takes you to your country club area. Tells you what club you're in. Of course, I own my country club, so you won't have this unless you're an owner. That just tells you if anybody's requesting to be a member of the club. I get a little blue or red dot. I can't remember. I get a little dot next there, and I'll click on that, and it'll take me to whoever's wanting to enter. Let me know who they are. Anyway, you won't have that unless you're an owner. But you can go to your country club area, and you can go to your country club tournaments here also. Okay, and you still have that side menu over here. It's got all your country club tournaments. And well, there we go. Whoop. You can also create a tournament. And you can also go to your forum, your club's forum, where you can read message boards that your club members put, or you could, do your own message board if you have a question or something. But this is your country club information. And of course, your friends as well, your friends. And your daily bonus, I've already showed you that. That's where you have your inbox, your goals, things like that. I've already went. You can get there a couple of ways, like I said. And your settings is this little wheel right here. And on your settings, on this side, of course, you got your video, what the resolution, screen size, what your avatar, does it have a shadow? You want it on, you want it off. And if you want to automatically use your club pass, I always set mine to none because I don't want to use it unless I have my first game of the day. And on your customized equipment, there's people that have trouble. I can't change my club. I can't change my club. Well, you got to have your customized equipment on advanced to be able to change your clubs. If you have it on normal, you can't change your clubs. You have to have it on advanced. Okay, so if you're having trouble changing your clubs, go into your settings and make sure your customized equipment is on advanced. Okay, of course, your language, that's, self-explained, measurements. And if you're online, do you want people to know you're online? Or you want people to not know you're online? If you're online, you can get invites to games. And some people don't want that, so they want to be offline when they're playing, like if they're practicing or whatever. They don't want anybody to send you an invite, so they'll show us offline. And you got the game itself. And on these, you can put your cursor, or I guess click on it if you got an iPad or cell phone. And it'll tell you what it is, like your swing controls. That's your little circle that's on your screen that you'll move your meter with. It tells you up here. Of course, I can't move my mouse or it'll go away. It'll tell you what it is. It'll pop up. Hole info. Before playing a hole, this screen shows a map of information. Approach grid. That shows you your grid when you're approaching. That little, squares. Putting grid, you can go to standard or you can go to classic. I do have a video about that to show the difference between classic and standard putting grid. Your shot pal, that's what I was telling you about. If you had a country club, your shot pal and your putter pal is free. So if you turn that off, I don't know why you'd want to, but that's your shot pal and your putter pal. And your putting power, that is that little green line. If you're in practice mode, or I believe head-to-heads, it also shows. It's got a little thing there to give you general information of how hard you need to hit that putt by that green square there on the putter pal. That's your power tip. And your slow meter boost, that costs credits. That just basically makes your meter go slower for, I don't know, 1 shot, 2 shots, probably just 1 shot. I never used it, so I have it turned off. And your top tracer, that shows you what your previous shot was, as in what the carry was, what the roll was, your apex, how that gives you information about your shot. And then your chat is, like I showed you earlier, if you don't want to talk, some people, like on head-to-heads, they don't want to, you got a 45-second timer, and you don't want to really sit there and chit-chat, so you can turn it off if you want. And your hole-in-one challenge, if you're on a par 3, that'll pop up. It'll cost you credits, of course. But if you get a hole-in-one on that, you get you win credits. But I've never done that, so I have mine turned off. And over here, it's your audio, your master volume, your music volume, commentary volume, the guy talking as he's playing, and your sound effect volume, like when you hit the ball, club swing, stuff like that. Your key bindings, pretty much your hotkeys. I leave mine as default, but you can look at these to see which open chat, hit T, toggle your flag stick off and on, and so on and so on. And your camera positions, if you want to hit, instead of clicking the actual camera to view it, you can hit your number key to go to camera 1, 2, 3, and so like that. Okay, that's all of your camera views. All right, now let's go and go to game modes and show you a little bit in that. Go to single player. We got, I already showed you multiplayer, but if you can play by yourself, like practicing or whatever, or you want to play a game by yourself, you can go into a single player. Got short play, putting green. We can go to putting green if you want, or you can go to training, which is basically the same video you see the very first time you start playing. It just shows you how to, hit and stuff like that. That video was the very beginning. So let's go to single player, and we'll go to short play. You click on, whatever course you want. And you're going to do a random 3, front 9, back 9, all 18, or whatever challenge it is in that course. Front 9. You got ranked mode, which basically puts you whatever tier that you're on. You can't change anything here. So if you want to play just a ranked game, just like you normal, with no mulligans or anything, then you could just choose the rank. And you got practice mode. In practice mode, you can change what tees you want, all the way up to champion, the whole locations. With T there, tees, the white tees, blue tees, all over the champions. Oh, I wonder why whole location's not working. Oh, because I've got the wrong. There's only one T on that one, so let me go to one where there's different T's. Whoa, how am I doing this? There we go. We're going to have different T's. That one's got different T's. There. Like practice mode. There we go. You go hard, easy, medium. Change your T's. Change your green speed. And practice mode, it only goes up to 12 speed tournament. Okay. And of course, you want low wind, moderate wind, high wind. Okay. But that's on practice mode. Like the rank, you can't change anything because that defaults to whatever your tier is, wherever you're at. But we'll go to practice mode so I can show you a couple of things on practice mode. And once you get everything set the way you want it, you'll click on, well, you can either view or edit your clubs, which you take it here where you can change your clubs if you want. Then you're ready to tee off, just click tee off. And you can either, no thanks or thanks. And that in the settings where you have your auto pass turned on or off, you can also turn it on or off here too. Okay. Now, there's a couple of ways that you can get your meter to going. You can either click and drag the swing, like that, or a lot of people, for me, for one, we just click and drag down here. because for me, it might be different on cell phone or iPad. This might be easier since it's small. The meter's smaller. But for me on a computer, I got to click and drag way, a long ways up to, get it to 100%. See, I'm right on the little swing there, but as I'm moving it, it moves slower than my mouse moves. So I have to start down here still. But that's why what that's why I click and drag down here. Okay, because it's easier to put it on what percentage you want. Now these little lines here, it says shot pal. That's what I was talking about earlier. If I didn't have shot pal, well, let me show you what it looks like. Let me show you here. Let me turn my shot pal off. See, I don't have the lines here. Okay. So if I want to go, say you want to hit your ball at 88% power, it's somewhere around here, but you're not sure exactly where. Okay. Because you see where the meter starts? That's 0 right there. And you have no lines for percentages on that. And that's the same thing with the flutter pal. You'd have no lines here to let you give you a better idea of percentage wise. That's the shot pal and the flutter pal. That's why it's good to be in a country club. That way you don't have to keep purchasing the pals, the two pals. And I'll fix to show you why that's important. Okay, once again, I'm in practice mode. And this right here just gives you basic information about the course. If you want to turn that off, you just uncheck that little circle right there. If you want to turn that off. Okay, so like I said, I like going this way. Hey, where my what the heck? I thought I turned that on. On. Did I turn something else on I didn't want? Oh, I turned that on by mistake. Okay. Turn my meter boost off. Okay, I turned the wrong one on. Now it should work. Don't worry about let me do this like 2.5 years. Practice, tee off. Okay. There we go. Now, like I said, 0 is this line right here because you can tell that's where the meter starts. Okay, and each line we've got, this is 10%, 20%, this is 25%, 30%, 40%, 50%, 60%, 70%, 75%, 80%, 90%, 100%. Okay, so these two lines here are the only 5s you've got. Okay, so 10, 20, 25, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 90, 100. Okay, so say you want to hit your club, let's say 95%. Okay, well, that's 90% right there. So you want to go in between 90 and 100, so you'll know to go about right there. Okay, or you want to hit 98%, you just go a little bit further. Or 97 is in between halfway and 100%. So that's how the shot pal and putter pal is very good for you. But this gives us percentages of better idea of where to hit it. Just don't make the mistake of thinking this is zero right here. Okay, because this is zero, because you can tell because that's where the meter starts. The meter starts here, not over here. Okay, because this line here goes all the way through past the meter, but these stop the same width of the meter, so you can sort of help you remember that there. Okay, but this one that's real long is zero. And this is a little advanced, but I do have a video about draws and fades. Even though there's people argue that you can't do it, you can. If you want to draw a ball, this is for the draw, and this is for the fade. And the one in the middle is what we call the ding line. If you hit that exact, you'll hear a ding, and it'll be a perfect shot. Okay. So if you want to, see if I can hit a ding. Oh, boy, I hit that late. Nowhere close. Let's try it again. Oh, well, and also the top tracer I was telling you, it tells you what your last shot was. It tells you what you carry, your roll, how hard you hit it, how much spin you gave, and what your affix is. So let's say I go full back. The spin 100% minus, which means I went full back. And this right over here, if you can see it, this is your fast forward button. And this right here, if you're in practice mode, you get mulligans. So if you want a mulligan, you just click this right here, and you can take your mulligan and it'll put you right back to where you were. And say you want to go full top, then I'll say instead of minus 100, let's say 100%, because you gave it 100% spin, top spin. Oh, I forgot to fast forward it. You hit that button, it'll go a lot faster. It also works if you're playing with somebody. Let me give you a little trick. If you're playing head to head with somebody with only a 45-second timer, if you hit that fast forward button just as soon as they hit their ball, it'll make their ball go faster. It'll give you a couple of seconds more for your shot. So just as soon as you see the guy hit the ball, hit that fast forward button. You'll have a couple of more seconds, probably about 3 or 4 more seconds to get your shot ready than if you just let it go by itself. So instead of 45 seconds, you might have 48 or 49 seconds that you have to start looking at your shot and everything. And the putter pal, let me just get her up to the green here. Okay, see the putter pal, this is what I was talking about, the in practice mode, that one where it shows you right here, the putting power tip. That's what that is. Okay, so I know it's like a 10% range, but if you use that, I would probably go to the end. So if you're not quite sure, if you're not sure how to figure out your putt, which I also have a video for that in my library, I normally just go, pretty much to the end. Hey, now that's the ding. That's what happens when you hit a ding. You hear the ding, it says perfect shot and all that. But that's what I do for, if it shows there, I usually go pretty much to the end. And also in practice mode, you have a putt preview. Okay, what that does is, let me redo that, get further away again. There we go. The putt preview will show you, if you're practicing your putting, what the break's going to be. All right. And I will tell you that before you hit that, you want to make sure that you're on the right meter, because once you're in preview, you can't change. You're clicking, but it don't change. You can't change your meter. So you want to make sure that if you want to change your meter, see on that one, I'd actually probably go to my 60-foot meter. So if you want to change your meter, you want to do it before you click on practice preview or putt preview. But it basically will show you, all you have to do is just move the meter, let it go, and it'll show you the direction of the putt. Okay, so let me this real quick. There go, mulligan. So say you're trying to figure out, okay, I'm thinking this might break, about that much. Okay, so first of all, make sure you're on the meter that you want to be. Like I said, I'd probably use my 60. And click on preview. And I already hit it 30%. So you just put it to where you need to go, and then it'll show you. Yeah. Okay. So that shows me I'm probably about a circle out. All right. So let me mulligan this again. It's half. I'll go in a little bit. About right there. I'll show what it looks like if you actually make it. So you get that little circular thing if you actually going to make it. So you got in the right spot. So, and it shows you where you hit it. You got the little thin lines, and you got the thick line in the middle. The thick line in the middle is where you want to move it to. Then you want to try to get as close to the ding as possible. Well, I missed it a bit, but just still go in. It'll go in. Okay. And this right here is the notebook. You can purchase that in the pro shop, where you can do notes on each hole. See? You have your notes there. You can go to each hole that you want to be on. And of course, it goes to the whatever hole you're on. It automatically goes to that hole. And there's also now an app you can use where it takes this notepad outside the game. And that's a good thing, because if you're using a notepad and you're playing with somebody, you've only got 15 seconds, 20 seconds to do your typing if you're going to type something before it goes away. But if you have it as an app, it's outside the game, so you have all the time in the world that you need to type it in. If you're playing by yourself, there's no timer. But if you're playing with somebody, you have, I think, 15 seconds, something like that, to type. And believe me, if you're typing a lot of stuff and it goes away, it's just gone. You have to restart it again. So it's always good to have the app instead of the in-game notepad. And like I said, I got a video on that also, how to, you have to purchase it first at the pro shop, and then you can turn it into an app. Let me go back to the first hole. Also, a couple of tricks like I was showing you on the in the settings, your game controls or your hotkeys. Like I said, you can hit V and it will get rid of this. That's the letter V as in victory. You want to get rid of that. Just keep hitting V, it'll come and go again. And on your flag, you can get rid of your flag two ways. You can either hit it up here, it'll get rid of the flag. Go the other way. Okay, you can hit that, or you can hit the F button on your keyboard, and it does the same thing. Okay, and it's always good to pull your pin if you're going to hit for the green. That way your pin's out of the way and you won't hit the pin and knock your ball wherever, crazy. Okay, that's how you can pull your pin, is hitting the F key or clicking it up here. And you can also bring up the sub menu during gameplay two ways. You can either click on this here, it'll bring up, you get your scorecard, or you can go to your settings, view your profile. You can do all this here by clicking on that, or on a keyboard you can hit the escape and it'll do the same thing. Hit the escape again, it'll go away. Or you just click it and then click out of it to take it away. Click it and click out to go away. Alrighty, and on the ball itself, you got this green dot right here where you can change your spin if you want, or you can click on the ball, it'll pop it up and you can see it a lot better. You can either click the up arrow or down arrow, but me personally, I prefer clicking and dragging with it myself. So if I want to go half back, I just click and drag half back, or I'll go half top. I use this, it's a lot better. And just click either away to bring it back down after you moved it where you want to. Then you got ball effects here. You can purchase these, or WGT at times, gives them away for, holidays and stuff like that. If you want a ball effect, like, let me put the basketball on. Just click on it, click away, and it shows you right here what it is. And it's basically when you hit the ball, there you got basketballs now. Or if you want to get rid of it, you just click the one with the circle with the line through it. Got your little, just a wand thing there. So just click on the ball, and you can change your ball effect. You can have the most irritating one that I think is the most irritating one is the bats. For Halloween. But those are the ball effects. Pretty, neat to, fun to play with and stuff. Your ball effects. Anytime you hit the ball. Okay. Anytime you hit the ball. You got your green view. I don't use this much. And the reason is, well, this is going to make me a liar, but normally it shows you, you can move it around if you want. It shows you the break of the green. But as you can tell, it's only got one ball between you and the pin. Well, it's got two, but this is way down here. It never really gives me a whole lot of information. Either there's no balls at all in between me and the hole, or there's just one. It doesn't really tell me a whole lot. Some people use the green view a lot. I very, very rarely do. That's the green view. Like I said, you can turn it around, look at it if you want. Then click on it again to take it away. Of course, you know how to change your clubs. Just click on the club, and you can change your club there. And you can change, let me change to a different club. Well, hang on a second. Let me restart. Take off my disturbing bats. But on the clubs, you just click on the club. That pops up, and you can change whatever club you want. And it gives you a little bit of information about each club. Whenever you click on it, it'll change. It'll tell you a little bit about that club. And if you want to change your shot, click on this part here. And once again, it'll give you a little bit of information on each one, like what your punch is, your pitch, chip, flop, or putt. But you can change your shot by clicking this. You can change your club by clicking this. Right there. Or you can click the club itself. Okay? You can't change your yardage. Whoops. Let me go to Aaron Hills on a hole that has a lot of cameras. Whoops. If you got one or two cameras, it really doesn't matter much. Oh, I got a ding. Get that thing going. There we go. Use that fast forward button. Now, we click on the camera here, so you got a lot of cameras. You got 6 of them. And you've also got the cameras that shows you which camera is where. Like camera 4, 5, 3. You're looking at 1, 2, and 6. And when you're at the camera that you're on, it'll show you what direction that camera's facing. See, like I'm on camera 1. It's right here, and it's facing this way. Now, if I go to camera 2 by clicking this, it shows you it's actually facing back towards me. See, you got that highlighted area. You change to 3, which is up here. I'll hit the number 3 on my keyboard. It shows it's facing this way also. Okay. Then if I go to 4, it's facing this way. So you're looking at the view, you're looking at the cameras going this way. Okay, you go to camera 5, you see it's facing towards the green. Okay. And of course 6 is facing off this way somewhere. So this shows you which way the camera's actually facing. So you know you're hitting this direction, so you want to have a camera facing that direction. Okay, which was 1. So it's facing that direction. Okay. So this tells you what direction the camera is actually facing. But that's how you can change the camera, either by clicking the actual camera or hitting the number on your keyboard. It'll change that same one. And to go back, either hit your space bar or click that camera there to go back. Okay, that's your cameras. Some codes have a lot of cameras, some have 1 or 2, but on the ones that have a lot of cameras, to figure out which one to look at, you gotta go through and see which way that camera's facing to know which one you want to look at. Okay, so basically either 1 or 5 would be good because they're facing about the same direction of your shot, towards the green. Okay, so that's the shortcuts for your camera. And I do believe that's everything that I can show you here. I do have a lot of videos on my site, on my YouTube channel. It helps you with, putting, your calculating your shots, working on your flops and sand shots and rather rough shots. So it'll be good to subscribe to my channel. I also have a weekly highlight reel of my country club. We play twice a day, score 9-hole scored rounds, and always every Sunday I put out a weekly highlight of all the good shots or not so good shots. They're called bloopers, but that comes out every Sunday. And when I find something to put on as a tutorial, I'll put that out too. But there's a lot of videos of how-tos and things like that on my channel. Be great to subscribe, and if something comes out, it'll let you know that I got something new to tell you or show you. And also, like I always say, you have any questions or comments, just put them in the comment section below, and I'll either answer them in the comments or like on the reason I'm doing this video, I'll just make a video to answer your question for you. All right, thank you for watching, and y'all have a wonderful day.